hope you're doing good. I'm your host Jason, and welcome to my beginner friendly Shopify on page SEO tutorial. What is SEO and what is the benefit of SEO when it comes onto Shopify? Well, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, and the benefit of doing this is you will be able to organically rank your Shopify store on Google and other search platforms. So when someone goes onto Google, for example, and they type in, let's say I'm creating a Shopify store that sells RC cars. If they were to type in RC car with hand motion sensor, you will see my Shopify store or my Shopify store page ranked higher on Google right here. So someone will be able to tap on it, and they, after tapping on the search, this will be a targeted customer, so there's a higher probability that they will convert and they will make a purchase. So this is basically the main benefit of properly setting up your SEO on your Shopify store. You will be able to rank higher in the search platforms, not only on Google, but you'll also be able to rank higher on Bing and other search platforms after watching this tutorial. Now, how to get started? It all depends on the product or service that you are offering. For example, the first thing that I would recommend you do when setting up SEO for your Shopify store is by editing your product tags. So you're going to go over to the left hand menu option and you're going to tap on products. After you have done that, you're going to select your product name and you can see the product title right here. You want to ensure that your product title is clear, precise, and it also relays the product that you are selling. So for example, I will be using the RC example. So you can see right here, let's say I had this product on my Shopify store and its name is RC car with LED light remote control. You can see right there how many persons do you know will actually go onto Google and type in RC car with LED light remote control. There are a few persons that would do that, but there are a lot of persons, as you can see right here, by this simple search that will type in RC car with hand motion sensor, and you can also see some drop down keyword options right here. So you actually don't need to use any other form of keyword planner or so on. You can use a free search on Google by simply typing in some queries related to your products or services that you think that other persons may search for. So for example, what I would recommend you do, you would simply go back here on Shopify and you want to ensure that your title is related to that. So for example, I would type in a title that says RC car with an motion sensor. So I would type that in right here, RC car with an motion sensor. And then after doing that, you could put a bracket here and then you could add in the car name. So you could, for example, put in the car code or so on after the tat. And then after doing that, you'll simply close the bracket. And also when it comes onto the description section, what I would recommend you do also is you relay the title also and you add in similar keywords. So for example, you could use this keyword, best hand gesture, remote control car. You could add that into your description also. And you can add other descriptions just like this, gesture sensing RC stunt car with light and music. You could also add that into your description. So this will help your product to rank higher in Google and other search platforms. And when it comes onto search platforms, not only will this help you to rank when someone types it in right here on all, but you can also, if someone should tap on images, you will realize that there are a lot of product images that are ranking high, as you can see right here. And by optimizing your Shopify store, you will also be able to rank your images. And how to do this? Well, once on your Shopify product page, all you'll need to do, you're going to tap on the mockup image and you're going to tap on edit right there. After tapping on edit, you're going to select add alt text. And by adding alt text, you'll be relaying back to the search engine what this image is about. As remember that when it comes onto Google and other search platforms, while we as humans see a photo, all they see is numbers and text. So for example, if I'm using the same RC example, what I would do is simply copy my keyword that I'm going for, which is RC car with hand motion sensor, and I'm going to paste it right here. So now that I've pasted it right there, Google and other search platforms will know that this image is related to RC car with hand motion sensor, as you can see right there. Another way how you can improve your SEO when it comes onto your Shopify store is by editing your collection pages. So a collection page is basically when you go over to the left hand menu option, and from there you could tap on create collection in the top right hand corner. After you have tapped on create collection, instead of just typing in a plain summer collection or under $100 or so on, what I would recommend you do using the same RC car example, I could type in, for example, RC cars for, and then you can see different keywords that I could use. So I could use, for example, RC cars for adults. That could be one of my collection pages. You could also use RC cars for adults under $50, and you can see numerous keywords that you can use. You can see RC cars for adults, fast 100 mph, and you can also vary this. You could simply type in right there. You can see RC cars as a hobby, RC remote control cars for a toddler. And these are some keywords that you could target, and you are going to be using them as your title when it comes on to creating your collection. And again, you want to add these keywords in your description also. And if you're going to use a collection image, you want to also add it as your alt text. So once someone search for these options on Google or other search platforms, there's a higher probability that your store will organically rank for these keywords. So these will be more targeted customers with a higher probability of purchasing. Another thing you can also do to optimize your Shopify store is by creating blogs. Now, to create a blog on Shopify, all you'll need to do is go over to the left hand menu option, and right where you see online store, you're going to tap right there. After you have done that, you're going to tap on blog posts. After selecting blog posts, you're going to tap on create blog posts. And you can create blog posts related to different keywords. So for example, we can do a quick Google search, and from there you can type in, for example, the best RC cars for adults. After you have done this, you could create a blog post related to this. So you can type in the best RC cars for adults right here, or the best RC cars for off-road. You can see that there are numerous options. So after you have done this, all you need to do right here, you could use this as your title. Now that we know the title that we'll be targeting, you could, for example, use AI, for example, Google Barn, or you could use ChatGPT to create an article around this. After you have created your article, you could add internal links, redirecting persons to different products that are on your Shopify store. This will in turn help this article to rank higher, and in turn help your Shopify store to rank higher, and again you'll be able to get some organic visitors. What I would normally recommend you do is you could post, let's say for example, 2 articles per month, as this will increase the probability of Google and other search platforms crawling your website. So they'll be regularly visiting your website, and in turn they'll be able to rank more content from your website. So I recommend that you create 2 blog posts per month, or if you can create even one, that would definitely be good. And last but definitely not least, the last thing that I would recommend you do is you're going to need to add a custom domain name. Not only does this look good in your prospective customer's eye, as it will help to build trust, but it also looks good with Google, and it will help your Shopify store to rank higher. So I definitely recommend that you get a custom domain name. So what you're going to do once you're on your Shopify homepage, you're going to tap on add domain. From here, you can choose to either buy a new domain name, Or if you already purchased the domain name on a different platform, you can tap on connect existing domain and you could connect that domain name. But if you are going to purchase a new domain name, you can tap on buy domain, and from there you could type in the domain name that you want. Some of the time I would recommend that you buy a domain name that is related to the product that you're planning to sell. But let's say you have a general Shopify store, it would not make sense to buy a domain name related to the product. And I don't think that in 2024 it is really important to get a domain name with the products that you're selling. But it is definitely very good in both the eyes of Google and also your customers that you have a custom domain name, and it is very affordable. And if you're serious about business and ranking, it does make sense. Hope you found this tutorial helpful and informative. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.